The robots control themselves into the ocean, swarm very quickly, putting a coral up onto L4 of the reef. 4488 doing the same, and Swarm manages to get a second coral up. Will they manage to get up? And oh, they do. They score on L2 right as we enter the teleoperated period. 5970, the Beatertronics machine moving over to the loader station. Human player lines up and drops one in. Coral going over to the reef. Will they be able to score in L1? And they just miss, unfortunately. Ursa Major trying to line up to grab one of the algae off of the stack of game elements that start the match on the field. Swarm very quickly moving over to go place a coral on the third level of the reef and hitting an algae out of the way while doing so. 1540, the Flaming Chickens quickly score L1 and move back to go grab an algae, where they will then go and try to place that in the processor. Scratch that, they go to score it in the barge and they are successful. 6845 trying to cause chaos over on the red side of the field, get in the way of 4488 Shockwave. 4488 gets hit with a shockwave of their own though, but it's okay. Swarm on the other side of the field manages to grab a coral, but they fumble it into their robot, and that is in the depths. I don't think they'll be able to get that one out. Let's see if they can though. 1540 very quickly moving to make up for their teammates. Meanwhile, on the blue side of the field, looks like Ursa Major trying to remove more algae from that reef. Beavertronics grab a coral from that loader station. They line up, and it doesn't quite go into the first level of the reef. 1540, the Flaming Chickens trying to fly, and they do fly. They're up in the air as the end game hits. 957, that Swarm lines up next to their teammates. Let's see if they can get up without knocking their teammates down. Beavertronics is up in the air. Swarm looks like they are just up off the ground, not quite. Let's see if they can hold themselves as the match ends. I think they are just up. We'll have to see what the refs have to say about that though. And it looks like all the blue robots managed to make it back to the barge zone. We'll have your final scores to you in a second. Okay, this is qualification 36. Your final score is coming to the big screen, and your winner is the Red Alliance. 111 to 28, with 5 out of the 6 ranking points for Auto, Barge, and Win, while the other alliance gets the same for just the 2 in-match ranking points. Swarm staying as your #1 rank, 4488